Hello YouTube, welcome back to the channel and back to the Mission Maker series, episode number 3. In the last episode we looked at neutral assets for Russia and Syria, airborne assets that was. Today we're going to look at airborne assets, or I say airborne assets, but the bases for our coalition forces. I'm just going to try to beautify them a little bit, because this is where we're probably going to operate from. Certainly, I do plan to have some missions coming out of Akrotiri, so I'm going to add some stuff there, and then probably some at King Hussein College as well. And then we might add a few things into the forward operating bases here for some chopper work. So let's go ahead and head into Akrotiri. As I say, this is probably where I'm going to have some missions flying in and out of now. Aircraft-wise, I'm probably going to use the AV-8B Harrier. There are some nice RAF skins for it, so we'll probably have some aircraft operating out of here, along with some AI Tornadoes, as well as some other bigger stuff, maybe some RAF AWACS, C-130s, and so on. So let's go ahead and get into it, shall we? So let's add some statics for to do some of our aircraft. Now, the reason why I use statics rather than making them uncontrolled AI is purely for performance. If they're uncontrolled AI, then they require a bit more resource, whereas if they are statics, then they don't consume as much. Okay, so I'm going to have Tornadoes down the left, I think, and then Harriers down the right hand side. So I'm not going to occupy every spot, because otherwise we won't be able to operate any other aircraft from them. So let's go ahead and make these hidden, and then just show all assets. It saves me coming back around and doing it again. So Control C, copied that. Let's go ahead and put one in this shelter. Which is fine, so let's try and make it look like he's on the line. So, not necessarily on the line, but it needs to be in the middle of the shelter at least. One there. Let's go ahead and put one here in G10. Like so. And then probably one here in G7 as well. Two for Tornadoes. Maybe I'll put one outside the hangar. Something like that. Just like it's been in maintenance or something like that. And then I'm going to do the same for the Harriers. So let's go ahead and change it to the AV-8B 4 Squadron. Let's put them down this side. Let's have him in G3 there. I'm not going to use anything on G1 because that's probably the way I'm going to taxi back in. So I don't think that's not really a parking spot in real life, I don't think. But hey ho. And then let's put another one on G4 there. That leaves me with 3 slots really for mission aircraft, which is fine. And again, maybe I will. Let's just pop one over here as well, shall we? That'll be alright. Cool. Next, let's add some C-130s to the base. Again, statics, so let's just paste in there. Plays UK, yeah. C-130. Air Force skin, which is nice. Let's go ahead and plump him down. There, like so. Akrotiri is a very busy base in real life at the moment. Lots of operations going on out there. Can't tell you much more about it than that, other than obviously what I see in the news. So again, let's put a static down. Let's put in A400. We do have the mod for that, so let's put one of them in. Seeing as though they are operated quite heavily at the moment. I don't want to put it there now. Let's put it down the other end of the airfield just so we're spreading the love a little bit. Don't do like that. Maybe something like that. Okay, and then helicopter-wise, they do have a SAR capability here, but in real life, I think they do use the Bell 412 or 414. We don't have that in DCS at the minute, so I'm going to have to use the Huey as a static for that, and then probably add a flying one as well. Yeah, something like that, I think. Looks alright then, yeah. I'll use H1 as the flying one, which should be okay. And then down here, let's have go to planes. Now, unfortunately, there isn't a Voyager mod yet. Hopefully, it'll come one day, which is the UK's choice of tanker. So I'm going to use the KC-135 instead, but I do have a RAF skin for it, which should do the job. So I just have him parked where he would normally be parked. It should be something like that. And then these spots allow me to use it for any real assets going forward. But I might just put an AWACS in anyway. E3, that's not NATO, RF. Yeah, which one I want. I'll pop it in like that, something along those lines. Which is looking good. Cool. And I'm happy with that. Again, it doesn't need to be super detailed because, again, we're not really going to fly much there. It's only going to be for our departure and recovery. So the stuff that will probably come out of it most will be aircraft departing out to the operating area or recovering from the operating area. Sorry, so that'll cover me for now. And then we'll put some pre-populated aircraft flying about. You know what? Similar like what we did for the neutral aircraft, such as our AOX and stuff. We'll put them in at some point, probably in a future episode. Right, so next one, let's do something for our carrier operations. In fact, let's just go ahead and save that. And that was, yeah, let's add a carrier. So load stack template. I already have. I think these already come with DCS, maybe, or if not, there's probably someone that's uploaded it to the DCS file library. So I'd definitely recommend going and have a look at that. So let's go ahead and load the link in, and hopefully it should pop it down somewhere for us, wherever that may be. There we go. So let's zoom in and see what we've got. Sure. Carrier is looking busy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove these ones, these objects actually, because these seem to be. I think when you spawn in, the first row of aircraft will park here. So that would be occupying a parking space. I don't want that. So yeah. Yeah, that'll be fine, I think. Yeah, that'll do. Maybe, maybe not. Let's get rid of those as well, just in case aircraft park there. Let's get rid of that one as well. I want to clear the deck a little bit, I think. Let's get rid of that. Yeah, okay. That, I think that'll do for now. Yeah, okay. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to move the ship. I don't want it so close to shore. You know, I don't know how close they would normally be, but I don't suppose it would be right on the shoreline. So let's go ahead and pop him out here. something like that. Maybe a bit further. Typical. For God's sake. So something like that. We could have him steaming towards the coastline anyway. So something like that. And then once he gets there, he's just going to turn operate up there. And then come back down. And that should last us for the day. You can see there, it's going to take him plenty of time. So that'll cover us, which is good. That's what we want. Happy day. So that's my carrier in and place. And again, this is where we'll have some, for some of our missions, we can have carrier operations taking place from for our F-18s and F-14s, which is good. Next, let's have a look at King Hussein Air College. This will be our USAF base for a lot of our assets. So again, we'll go to statics. And we want USA. And so I'm probably going to have F-15s operating from here and F-16s. Now, the question is, what kind of F-15s do I want? I'm going to do F-15Cs. Will obviously be my air superiority aircraft. And then our F-16s will use as the ground attack, close air support type aircraft. So again, I'm going to put these in just on the map, just to sort of designate where these are going to, what I'm going to have about in future missions. I don't need to populate every single spot. I'm just taking it away from actual aircraft for missions. Or something like that. Which is cool. Then down here, I'll have my F-16s down here. So again, let's just paste that, then change it to F-16 50s. Now, which squadron do I want to use? I want to use this one, Spangdahlem. These are going to occupy the shelters. So it comes like maintenance going on. Don't need to occupy every spot, but enough to sort of make it feel like the stuff's going on. Okay, so that's cool. So that'll be where my F-16s are. Then over here, let's have a look. Let's put some cargo aircraft in. Put some C-130s. Okay, C-130, there we go. USAF. So, then maybe up here, let's put something a bit bigger in, so C-17, I'll do the job. So something like that. Yeah, doesn't necessarily have to be realistic, it's just makes it look a bit more beautiful, I suppose, a bit less sparse. Again, I don't want to populate it too much because then it will just drag the PC down. And because this is just a template anyway, we can always add, say if we're going to fly mission from there, we can always increase what that's going to look like anyway. and then maybe, I don't know, take the stuff out of our criteria because it's not going to affect us. You know, that's going to be on a mission-to-mission basis. We decide to do that, which is cool. Right. That's good. Yeah. Okay. Next, let's undo that, and then let's build like a forward operating base here, shall we? This is where we can have helicopters flying in and out of areas to try and resupply that place. We can maybe fly a mission, in fact, with a C-130 to resupply it and offer a bit of protection in one, in a close air support mission, maybe. Going forward, so let's do that. Let's build a forward operating base. Where should we build it? So we want it away from where a town probably would be. Maybe along this road here. This looks semi-flat, which is cool. Statics. Right now. Structures. Then we want... Now, I'm not the best at building stuff. Not a concrete wall now. We want this one. Double height 2 meters. This will be the wall around the base of the perimeter wall. So I don't know how well this will actually look, but we can try, can't we? So we want something like, just to make it easy, we'll keep it on that sort of heading. So let's copy paste that. There we go. How big do I want this place? So let's just, for reference, let's put in a helicopter. Heli chopper. It's probably going to have Black Hawks or Chinooks flying in, so let's put one of them in again, just for reference, so I can see how big this place is getting. That's fine. So let's put in like that. Cool. Then let's rotate this round like so. Yeah. Cool. So now this end will have this as sort of like the entrance almost. So if I do that, and then something like that in there, like so. Yes. Just going to offer that bit of protection, I suppose. Again, could be completely way off there on how this is being built, but it works for me. I think. So let's put that in there like so. Yeah, okay. Let's delete that one. That can move up like so. Don't necessarily need it to be huge. It's only a forward operating base, like a forward operating base. And because of, you're only as one, only as good as your imagination, but then two, only as good as what's available to you, I suppose. So what I'm using here is actually a mod. It's going to look a bit messy, that, but what can I do? What can I do? How's it shaped at that end? What I could do is actually see if this will make any difference to how it looks overall. Change it to like that. Again, it's going to look a little bit messy, but that's the best I can do, I think. Yeah, it's going to be the best I can do. So we'll just have to live with it. Yeah, we'll live with it. So let's see something like that. Okay, we'll live with it. So then, let's say we are going to have some aircraft coming in and out of here. So let's now put in something else. Sure, 30 meters. Do you want that, or do you want a concrete wall? Concrete wall might be cool. Something like that along those lines. Then, the aircraft have to land in between. Let's do one more. So we could then have up to 3 aircraft land at any one point inside this area. So next, I have to do that. There are 2 ways to do it, but I'm going to go for heliports, an invisible FARP, and then that's going to go sit smack bang in the middle. Or should have been smack bang in the middle. I'll have that on London frequency, which is fine. And that way I can make aircraft land there, rearm and refuel. Once I've added the other FARP stuff, which we can do in a second. Anyway, next, to continue to build the place, I need to go back to structures. Let's put some armed watchtowers in place. So Control C. I don't really know how far apart these would be in real life, but I'm going to go for something like this. That looks like the middle. Where the join is, which is fine. I'm going to do this all around the base. probably better ways of doing so. If you know about any other mods actually that I'm not using currently, please let me know down in the comment section below. Always interested in finding some new stuff to use. I was looking for an Insurgents pack, but I couldn't seem to find one anywhere. I'm sure I saw it somewhere, but just couldn't quite find it. But hey ho, not to the end of the world. We'll make it work for us going forward anyway. One in this corner. Cool. One down here. So we get back towards the entrance to the base. Put one in there like so. Then what I will do is let's add to the entrance a little bit. So we kind of want it like a... That's way too big. They've got to sort of like swing in and out. Get through enough for reference again. Let's just put in, I don't know, say, ground vehicle. Put a Humvee, just so we can have a look at the scale that we're looking at, sort of thing. So it looks like it could be okay having that sort of gap. So we probably want something like one there, and like one there, just so they've got to weave in and out, slows down the traffic. Something like that. And also offers a bit of protection, which is cool. Something like that, I think. Do anything like that? Probably not. It gives us an idea, a sense of scale, sort of thing. Now let's add in some structures, such as tents and so on. These poor souls are probably going to be living out of. What are these things? No, shelter 1. That's probably definitely not going to be anything like that. Barracks armed. How big's that barracks? It could be one of the buildings we have that's been erected. Could be like the headquarters or something like that for this operating base. Bunkers, yeah. Comms tower. Container brown. Is he going to load? Probably not. There we go. Yeah, fire up container. No. Oh, there we go. Tents. Doesn't look very deserty, that one. The green looks more deserty than that. So let's go, we can use these. Now, I don't know how they would be positioned in real life. As you can probably tell, my design is shocking. I'm sure there's plenty of better people out there, but for me, it'll be okay. It'll do the job, I am sure. Let's pick another tent, shall we? Medical tent. Probably something that's very handy, given what's going on. Let's just put in 2 medical tents there. What else have we got? Farm tent. Something like so. As you can see, it's starting to build up slowly. Let's factory number 3. Generators. Probably going to need some sort of generators. So aircraft there. So maybe some for the tents. Some for the buildings. Or maybe something like that. Military staff. Interesting. This could be like an abandoned outpost that's been encompassed inside the walls of this place. What next? Yeah. Small house area. I could put one of these houses in, to be fair. Again, this could have been like a rural farm of some sort. It's been taken over. Then I want a windsock, probably handy to have. Let's say we'll pop it here, so that whatever aircraft is in these spots should be able to see it. Then let's start to add some vehicles, so ground vehicles. What we got about? Maybe something like that. Where have I just placed that? There. Nope. Where on earth have I just placed that? Am I going blind? Where on earth has that gone? Is it just like buggered off somewhere? Okay, so maybe we won't have that vehicle. Let's try again. Was it that? probably going crazy. There's some of these parked up and about. Like so. And then, well, some other types of vehicles over the shop. What else we got? Coach platform. Interesting. Again, I don't know if I'm not really up to date with like my tanks and stuff, so if this doesn't look right, then sure, but it's only for a bit of eye candy, really. And this doesn't necessarily have to be full on realistic, but just going to populate the base a little bit. So let's say over this side, what else we got? Humvees, there we go. Probably a few of these about the place. That one parked there. Maybe like up here we'll have where are they? Trucks. Don't have a desert one scheme for them, so have to go with summer. Something like that. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. So what we'll do is let's just pop a chopper in there, take off from ramp, just up there, just so we can jump into the game and see what it looks like. And I think we'll look at wrapping this episode up. Clocking on now for nearly 40 odd minutes. Okay, so I need to move the orientation. That's fine. But yeah, it's not looking too bad for a small forward operating base, I don't think. It'll do the job, won't it? Yeah, that'll do the job. Looks alright. Do the job. Sweet. Right. That will conclude this episode. Join me next time where we'll continue to develop and build on this template. Probably look at doing some of the airborne assets for coalition forces, such as tankers, AWACS, and so on. As always, please like and subscribe to the channel. It really does help me out. And until next time, I shall see you later. Goodbye.